Hello everyone, I am Percival Alonso, and to my classmates, to our teacher Sir Fernando Cortez Jr., good day to all of you. And now I will continue the discussion regarding the history of the Philippine educational systems. So, during Commonwealth period in 1935 to 1942, free education in public schools was provided all over the country in accordance with 1935 Constitution. Education, vocational education and some household activities like sewing, cooking and farming were also given importance. Education also emphasized nationalism, so the students were taught about the life of the Philippine heroes. Vocational education and some household activities were also given importance. Good manners and disciplines were also taught to the students. The institute private education was established in order to observe private schools. Formal adult education was also given. Executive Order number 34 Executive Order number 34 of 1936 was signed by President Manuel L. Quezon, designating Tagalog as our national language. Executive Order number 217, otherwise known as the Quezon Code of Ethics, was taught in schools. Executive Order number 263 in 1940 required the teaching of the Filipino national language in the senior year of all high schools and in all years in the moral schools. The Education Act of 1940 was approved by the Philippines Assembly on August 7, 1940, which provided for the following: reduction of 7 years elementary course to 6 years, fixing the school's entrance age at 7, national sports for elementary education, compulsory attendance of primary children enrolled in grade 1, adoption of double single sessions in the primary grade with one teacher, one class assignment of intermediate teachers. During Japanese occupation, the aims of education during Japanese occupation was make the people understand the position of the Philippines as a member of the East Asia Co-Prosperity Sphere, eradication of idea of reliance upon Western states, particularly the US and Great Britain, fostering the new Filipino culture based on the consciousness of the people as Orientals, elevating the moral of the people, giving up over emphasis on materialism, diffusion of elementary education and promotion of vocation education, striving for the diffusion of the Japanese language in the Philippines and the determination of the use of English in schools, developing in people the love of labor. During post-colonial Philippines, education aimed at the full of realization of the democratic ideals and way of life. The civil service eligibility of teacher was made permanent pursuant to RA 1079 in June 15, 1954. Daily flag ceremony was made compulsory in all schools, including the signing of the national anthem, singing of national anthem, pursuant to RA 1265, approved on June 11, 1955. Curricular offerings in all schools, the life, the works, and writings of Jose Rizal, especially the Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, shall be included in all levels. Elementary education was nationalized and matriculation fees were abolished. Magna Carta for teacher was passed into law by virtue of Republic Act 4670. The fundamental aims of education in 1973 constitutions are foster love of country, teach the duties of citizenship, develop moral character, self-discipline and scientific, technological and vocational efficiency. Other developments of post-colonial Philippines is integration of values in all learning areas, emphasis on mastery learning, and YDT and CAT introduced as new courses, media of instruction, bilingual education policy mandates the use of English and Filipino separately as media of instructions in the schools. The National College Entrance Examination introduced Executive Order Number 117. President Corazon Aquino renamed Ministry of Education, Culture and Sports. Creation of the Board for Professional Teachers composed of 5 under PRC. Replacement of Professional Board examination for teachers by license examination for teacher. Transfer of authority of administering the LET from CSC and DEX to the Board of Professional Teacher under PRC. Trifocalization of education system. The trifocal education system focus DEX mandate to basic education, which covers elementary, secondary, and normal education, including culture and sports. TISDA now administers the post-secondary middle level manpower training and development by Republic Act 7796. In August 2001, Republic Act 9155, otherwise called the Governance of Basic Education Act, was passed, transforming The name Department of Education, Cultures, and Sports to the Department of Education, and redefining the role of field offices. RA 9155 provided the overall framework for school head empowerment by strengthening their leadership roles and school-based management with the context of transparency and local accountability local accountability. The goal of basic education is to prove the school's age population and young adults with skills, knowledge, and values to become caring, self-reliant, productive, and patriotic citizens. The varied goals of education in different historical period of Philippine history. The post-colonial period in educational system was devoted to the following goals: foster love of country, teach the duty of citizens, develop moral characters, self-disciplines, and scientific, technological, and vocational efficiency. The Department of Education has the following vision, mission, and core values. The DepEd vision: we dream of Filipinos who passionately love their country and whose values and competencies enable them to realize their full potential and contributed meaningfully to building the nations. The DepEd missions: to protect and promote the right of every Filipino to quality, equitable, culture-based, and complete basic education where students learn in a child-friendly, gender-sensitive, safe, and motivating environment. Teachers facilitate learning and constantly and constantly nurture every learners. Administrator and staff as stewards of the institute ensure and enabling and supportive environment for effective learning to happen. Family, community, and other stakeholders are actively engaged and share responsibility for developing lifelong learners. So that is the whole topic of that is the end of our discussion about the history of the educational system in the Philippines.